Hi, this is Rick with AmazingAccuracy.com. Today is May 22nd, 2018. It's currently 4:55 p.m. Chicago time. All right, been a little bit since I did my last video. I'm glad to be back. I've been busy. We're looking at the British pound today, the daily chart of the British pound. We're utilizing my usual charting application, the world famous Provisions charting application. Okay, maybe it's not world famous, but it should be. Anyway, let's just take a look at what's going on in British pound and go from there. As you can see, the British pound has been moving really well downwards ever since making a top right here on April 17th, 2018. That was a Tuesday. And of course, these oscillators are all peaked out here, so everything is working as it should be. And it went down below the 3 fib MA lines. That's what I call these three amigos right here, and has been trending really well down here. But now notice it is in the daily oversold zone. That would be the red rectangle box right here. The previous F date was right here, which basically just pinpointed this lower swing top right here. So we had prices go down, rally up, this little minor rally up, and then go back down again. That's what basically that thing is pointing to. No big deal. Next one we got is way over here, May 28th. But I'm not too concerned about the daily. I want to point you to the weekly. So let's go over the weekly. Yes, it looks a little noisier here. That's because I got all kinds of goodies in here. But what I want to show you, let's see, why don't I just go ahead and expand that chart just a little bit. I got some time price squares here, 90 degrees and 45 degrees, plotted off of the high of week ending April 20th, going down. So these act as support and resistance. You can see right there, hit support. You can see it hit resistance there. You can see support here. You can see resistance here. And we're so far right here. Now, the previous weekly turn expectation was back over here. It tried. Notice we had these three red bars down here, then this green one. It went down, down, down. This was the cycle turn period expected, and it went, oh boy, couldn't make it all the way, and then proceeded to decline again. So my next target, of course, is going to be way over here. This is week ending June 15th, though I suspect we could possibly see something happen one weekly bar early. This could be plus or minus a weekly bar, so that's okay. I'm looking around the June 8th, and I'm going to show you why in a second. But for right now, you'll notice that the weekly prices are now trading in weekly oversold. This is good to see when you are looking for possible rally back up in prices. But I need, of course, a little bit more because I don't have a cycle turn expected here based on F dates. I do have some indication based on something else, which again I'll show you in a moment, but right now not based on F dates. So we'll hold off on that for a second. Down here, see the percent R indicator is an oversold. So next step is it's going to want to start breaking out of here and start heading back up here. That's how oscillators work. Stochastic, same old. Look for a cross up. You know, you're likely going to get one really soon here. That's how cycles work. They go up and down, up and down. So here we're well oversold. Then like any other oversold period in the past, it's going to want to go up. Same here with the MACD. You know how it is. You start to go down like this, then you start to go up like this. So we're going to want to see, of course, that this is going to want to start going up. Anyway, that's all nice and dandy, but overall it just looks like this bearish trend here in the British pound is likely going to see some kind of a rally. Now, let me introduce over here this really sweet report called the Seasonal Data Report, found only in Provisions Charting application. And in here, it goes through the historical, and there's, in this case, I'm looking at 28 years of history of price history. Okay, that's a tongue twister for me. You notice here this highlighted area down here. Okay, when you see it darkened in like this is where the probability of a peak or valley, okay, which means like would be a peak, this would be a valley, right? Top and bottom, right? Peak, right? Now look for a valley, whatever. But notice it says week ending 5/25 would have a high probability compared to the surrounding period here. It's also noticed the red, 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 boom, blue. And historically, bearish, bearish, bearish. Then it kind of gets a little bullish the first week of June. Goes bearish, usually historically, at least it did 16 out of 28 years. Went slightly bearish on week ending 6/8. So we could possibly see some kind of a bump up in price for the British pound off of this week if history repeats itself in this case here. The only thing is, of course, that it's been bearish 15 out of 28 years. That's just almost a little over half, which of course that's why it says 54% here. But here you can see it's been a pretty high percentage of time that it would make a peak or a valley. In this case, with prices going down, we'd be looking for a valley, or another word is bottom. Okay, but it doesn't really look that convincing until you come over here to week 6/8. Week 6/8, wow, 61 is one of the higher numbers that you'll see, much more reliable. And then if you look here, you'll see that following the red period, you have all these blue, blue, blues, and then blank. Well, that means historically that this would become more bullish if prices, of course, was going lower come 6/8, which is the case. And in this case here, looking around the 6/8, 6/15 area for that bottom here looks like a good thing. And then for the British pound to be overall bullish for the month of June, all the way to the end where it goes into July. So if you look at this weekly F date right here, this is 6/15. That's right here. We have these seasonal for 6/8. So we could see a bottom here 1 week prior or during week 6/15. And that would seem to be like the period of time to look for a nice support somewhere on this chart, hopefully in oversold territory still, and to look for then prices to rally up again. And another thing too, if you happen to have a copy of my Market Secrets book, there's another reason why we would want to be looking at week ending 6/8. But shh, I can't tell you unless you have the book. So anyway, there's some evidences there that if you are a trader of the British pound, that you would be looking for a bottom somewhere around the week ending 6/8 or 6/15. This area right here in this time period, I would say focusing on 6/8 would be the highest probability, which is 1 week prior to the actual F date itself. All right. That's not to say we may not get a bounce here, as that seasonal report says is potentially possible, but notice that it retreats again, so that it could be just a little bit of a hiccup, could be just like what happened back here. Got positive just for a little bit of time, a few days, and then proceeded back down bearish again. And I would suspect that is likely a very high probability that's going to be happening here. All right, well, hey, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and hit the notification button so that you will know when my next video comes out. And I will see you next time. Bye.